If you're asking me to choose between my love of Arsenal and my love of hair, right, I think... Sorry lah guys, sorry lah. Sorry Dr. Josh, I think Arsenal means...
So you would rather lose the hair lah?
If it means Arsenal will win...
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Hair Talks on the Street. Today we're going to talk about something that's really challenging for most people when it comes to hair restoration, which is consistency. So today we're joined by Sean, who is actually a patient at Terra Medical since November 2023.
You are doing the consistency topic with me, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where this is going now. Okay.
Okay, so before we start, maybe Sean, you can do like a quick introduction of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sean, and before November 2023, my life was a mess because people made fun of my name. So hi, my name is Sean, and I'm a creative at a social media company. And I think one very important aspect about my job is the aesthetics, right? And what I learned is that a lot of men in Singapore are not blessed with good genes for their hair, especially past 30, mainly due to lack of sleep, lack of sunlight, and stress, right? Because everyone's very stressed out in Singapore.
Right.
And unfortunately, I'm not genetically blessed. So my hair was a little bit on the thinner side.
Okay.
And then thankfully, destiny was very kind for me, and I ran into you guys. And then you look at my hair now. Things seem to be better. That's right.
When did you actually realize that you were not so blessed?
When did I actually realize that I wasn't so blessed? As I was entering the workforce, I always knew my hair was kind of thin, but I never realized it was a problem because if you had this growing up and you know my hair's always been short, I never knew like, oh, actually my hair could have been more luscious, right? Right? Because I see people now with like the head full. I'm like, my God, I can never do that. Then I'm like, yeah, wait, why can't I do that? And sometimes when I look at the mirror and I'm like, hey, wait, how come I can see my scalp a bit more? Why I can see the shape of my head a bit more? And then I'm like, maybe this is the problem. Yeah.
Okay, but what was it that convinced you to like, okay, I think I gotta do something about it? Or like, how did you know? Did somebody convince you, or did you search for solutions yourself?
What was it that convinced me? I think I was looking back at some of my videos, and then I was just showing it to some of my friends. And my friends were like, hey, your hair quite thin, right? And then I went to my hairdresser also. And she's like, let's not cut your hair a certain way. Like she kept avoiding. I kept wanting her to cut like a high slope or something like that.
Okay.
And she just very kind of like subtly like, no, let's try a different style. And I'm like, okay lah, you don't think about it. Then after a while, she said, oh, actually because your hair back then is very thin, and then maybe the 5 head is very high.
Oh no.
And then I was like, wait, why you not tell me the entire time? Right? So that's when I realized, oh, this is not normal.
Okay, so I'm also curious to ask, when you went to Terra Medical for the first time, what made you choose doing medicated shampoos versus like fills?
Whew, what made me decide to go with the shampoo over pills? I think it wasn't hard for Dr. Josh to convince me, because he said that the side effects, certain side effects of the pills, even though it's a lot easier, might be inconvenient for someone who hasn't yet gotten married and might want kids in the future.
Okay, I know which side effects.
So yes, that side effect made me immediately go, you know what? Hey, let's use the formula. Let's use shampoo lah. Huh?
Okay, but how is the shampoo for you on like the first few months of using it? Did you find any challenges or etc. in incorporating it into your routine?
Did I find any challenges incorporating it into my routine? I think, initially it was, and I use the word challenge lightly because it's a very first world problem. So how it works is I need to apply it daily, right? I need to do like a couple pumps, massage it into my head, right? And usually I do it at night after I shower, after I reach home and shower. And sometimes lazy. So like, I know this episode is about consistency, right? But sometimes after a long day, you reach home and it's like 11:30 p.m. already, and I'm like, okay, I need to do this. right? And it only takes less than 5 minutes. It really does. But
Okay.
the act of okay, I still need to do this. So sometimes I skipped out. I can't say that's a challenge because that's our own personal problem, right?
Okay.
Like to most people out there with hair problems, they'll be like, "Oh, what the heck? You have a 5-minute solution every day. Just do lah." And I get it. I really get it. That's why this is a consistency episode about me, right? Yes.
It's a reminder.
I get it. I get it. Yes. That's why I'm here today.
Okay, so what was actually I already know a lot, but then like I want you to share to the audience about your experience. So like what happened when you weren't being consistent?
Oh wow! What happened when I wasn't being consistent?
Yeah.
Scarily enough, sometimes I thought like, Singaporean mentality is like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe you bluff a bit, right? Can bluff the doctor one. You go there, say like, hey, you got do so and do. Okay, he will believe you. But the results were super obvious that the doctor could tell that I hadn't been doing it consistently, right? Because plus he used the camera and check, right? And he could tell that certain parts of my scalp, like, he's like, is it you use at the very start, then you stop using? Because recently you never use it. Then I'm like, I'm sorry guys, yeah, I didn't use it. Yeah, So actually, okay, let me add on. One of the challenges, I guess, is that it's kind of a lifetime kind of a constant thing. It's not like a medicine for flu where you just take it and once it recovers, it's healthy already. Because I guess my scalp is at a certain stage where maybe cannot recover fully already, so I have to constantly use this. Cannot bluff doctor one. I mean he's a doctor for a reason. I thought I could bluff, cannot bluff.
Maybe you can share a bit about how drastic the difference was during that period when you weren't able to use or medicate the chamber.
The differences between how drastic it is. Okay, but first let me show you how obvious the changes were when I used it consistently.
Okay.
Like, so they showed me the before and after photo, right, of my hair, right? And it was super obvious, like really can tell it grow back. My forehead is not as high anymore, and then there's small things. So when I had the photos, right, I was so happy. I was showing every friend, hey, look at this. Like, you compare back then, last time I said, I was so happy, and then wow, and I guess got a bit complacent, and then when I slowed down a bit, went back to check again. I wouldn't say quite obvious. That's a bit drastic to me, say, but you can tell it's not as fast as it was back then when I had did it lah. So if probably right, if I consistently did it all the way, right, now I have long hair, like maybe like this. So like this.
Fake news, guys. Fake news. My last question actually is, based on your own personal experience, what would be one advice that you could give our audience?
What's one advice I can give the audience? I think, I guess when you're young, you don't really worry about these kind of things, right? You think like, I'm 20s, I won't get diabetes, I won't get hair problem one. But actually, no, the truth is that it happens to people of all ages, right? Hair loss doesn't discriminate with age. They're not ageist, right? So it can really happen to you. So I'll give you an example. I've had a secondary school friend who was balding by the time he reached poly, and it was I shouldn't react too badly because in case he sees this, but by poly he was fully bald already, and then you realize that what actually happens is a real thing. So don't take it for granted, right? Like I'm very fortunate that I met you guys for this to save my hair, but I think most people are unaware, right? So take care of your hair. Even little things like get more sleep, go out in the sun more, right? These are little things that I've learned that can help.
Yeah.
The stress one, I cannot help, no choice. Singapore is stress. No choice.
So I think that concludes the interview. So a few things to take away. If you're experiencing hair loss, get it checked earlier. It might be related to something that you can be concerned about health-wise. And if you are already doing something about your hair, be consistent about it. Otherwise, the results might not be what you want.
It can easily go back if you're not consistent about it.
Yeah, like not doing it for 1 month might turn back the time to the first day.
Yes, I know. Yeah. So if someone were to want to get their hair fixed, where can they find a hair clinic in a convenient place in Orchard perhaps? where would they be able to find the clinic at?
So I wouldn't specifically lock people into Terra Medical, but If you do your research, just make sure that the doctors are reputable and certified. Won't be difficult to find, but if you're new to the research game, go look up ISHRS and you'll find that they'll have a list of certified doctors that you can look up.
I thought you were just going to 100% just go to Terra. It's just a 5-minute walk from Orchard. It's just next to Shaw Tower, you know. Like I just thought you say that. It's very convenient. Only just take a lift up. It's there already.
I cannot say that, but if you want to take his advice, take his advice. Okay.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for sharing your insight.